Tonight's the night. We've been planning for this for about 2 years, and tonight's the night that we're actually making it happen. So we had the question, what if we built it for a week?
This temporary bike lane will be a 1-week trial to see if a permanent one is a viable option.
What if we let folks experience it?
So to me, it seems like a prime location.
What if they could walk it, bike it, drive it, and see what the impacts were? What would it feel like on Hope Street to build this temporarily?
We're at the beginning stages of trying to get a real network of urban trails and lanes for all modes of transportation, right? That's what we hope we can eventually have.
The whole point of it is to build it and then get the feedback once it's in front of you and in real life.
People will really take advantage of it. People will come to use it.
This group, we do a lot of advocating, so just to make it happen ourselves is like very cool. So we started physically building it overnight. We went from like 6 p.m. to midnight that night, and then the next morning in a pouring rain, we started again. We knew that there wasn't enough space to do a bus island like in the middle of the street like some other trails. Rather, what we needed to design was a platform. It's almost like a raised crosswalk, a way for folks to get from the sidewalk onto the bus at the sidewalk level. It's good for transit riders because it speeds up their trip.
I live up the street, so I know how quick people drive on the street.
But I mean, it's good for the bikers. I live on the street and I like to walk, so I would see how dangerous it would be for the bikers. So
that's what we're trying to show here and to prove here temporarily.
And from there, we can have a more informed opinion about what this bike lane could be and should be.
Right away, day one, even in the pouring rain, folks were out taking the bus, riding bikes, walking, shopping, patronizing the businesses, and using the trail and sharing what they thought with us, which is the whole point.
Today is the first time I have ever felt truly safe riding on Hope Street.
Yeah, I live in Fox Point. My perspective is this is common sense for a neighborhood like this.
I'm looking forward to coming up, having lunch and shopping, and seeing other people out riding and rolling and strolling, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
The way to keep a community vibrant is to have lots and lots of different things.
It's been kind of outrageous. There's so much resistance to any of the bike infrastructure in Providence.
My whole adult life, commuting by bike, riding bikes, spending time trying to get around by bike as much as I can rather than by car. And as I get older, I want other ways to get around this neighborhood that I live in.
Active mobility is all about getting people where they need to go safely. It should not matter how you move. You should have the same convenience and access and enjoyment of getting there.
The majority of people will like it once it's been here.
I mean, my only wish is it went all the way to Hope Street. I would take this all the way every day.
This project would fall under a category of work that a lot of people call tactical urbanism. Tactical, meaning that it is lightweight, temporary materials. It's meant to be iterative. And then the urbanism part is about the beauty, the joy, and the connectedness of living in a city. This is a city that was built 400 years before the car. The Providence Streets Coalition was founded in 2019 with the mission of providing safer streets, more transportation choices, and mobility justice to the people of Providence and beyond.
This is amazing for a temporary thing. Like usually it's literally just pylons in the street. Like
throughout the course of the week, we had about 2,000 users. The official name for the type of surveys we were doing the week of the trial is an intercept survey, trying to get people who are actually using the space in real time. We also had it available online. Surveys for people who are pedestrians, we had surveys for drivers, people who used car shares, and then we had surveys for people who were taking the bus.
If you'd like to fill out a survey, we'd certainly appreciate your feedback.
This is where I live for 30 years.
There is a lot of overlap between people who own businesses in the neighborhood and people who are residents.
Right during the snow, but the parking spots are still going to be gone? Not fair.
Almost got run over by a bicycle.
Sometimes you ride your bikes to the store.
People could ride there, but there's also no parking.
I'd be fine if it was someplace else and not affecting the businesses.
They're not going to be able to park in front of my house.
They just have to get rid of it.
And you want to spend money on this?
Sometimes the opposition tends to be the loudest.
Part of the temporary trail is gathering this feedback.
So really trying to get where the benefits are and not just the drawbacks.
If this project showed you nothing else, I hope it showed how many folks out there really do want this. Whether it's on Hope Street or North Main or different streets throughout the city, we deserve to get where we're going, alive and well.
53% of the people who took the intercept surveys said that they are in support of having the trail be permanent. 82% of people who use the trail are in favor of it becoming permanent. Sometimes you ride your bikes to the store.
People could ride there, but there's also no parking. No parking. No parking.
I live on the street and I like to walk, so I would see how dangerous it would be for the bikers. So
Almost got run over by a bicycle.
Quality of life in Providence, to be a walkable, bikeable city, just a reasonable place. It's a small city. We should have bike lanes everywhere, really is what it's about.